Top 3 yogurts that fight joint pain naturally, perfect for seniors with arthritis. Can I be brutally honest with you for a second? If you're over 65, there's a silent thief inside your body, and it's stealing from you every single day. Not your money. Not your memory. Since when did it mean surrendering to pain day after day, just gritting your teeth, popping pills, and hoping tomorrow hurts a little less? I know the frustration. I know how defeating it feels to hear your joints pop and crack every time you try to stand. Or when something as simple as tying your shoes becomes a chore. Or when you cancel plans with your grandkids, not because you don't want to go, but because you're just too sore to move. But here's something you might not know. There's a food, simple, familiar, sitting in your fridge right now, that holds more healing power than you've ever been told. No, it's not a pill. It's not a supplement. And no, it's not some trendy superfood from a far-off country. It's yogurt. But not just any yogurt, I'm talking about specific types that are loaded with the right probiotics and nutrients that your joints are begging for. Yogurts that can help reduce inflammation, ease pain, and even support the rebuilding of worn cartilage. And guess what? More than 90% of seniors, maybe even you, have never been told this by their doctors. New studies from respected medical journals are finally shining a light on this, but hardly anyone's paying attention. That changes today. Because in this video, I'm going to show you the top 3 yogurts that are quietly helping seniors just like you fight joint pain naturally, and why you've probably never heard about them. And if you're thinking, could something that simple really make a difference, stay with me. The answer might surprise you, and it just might change how you feel tomorrow morning. Let's start with the first, and perhaps most powerful, yogurt that could help you feel the difference in your joints in just a few weeks. Number 1, Greek yogurt, with live cultures. Now don't confuse this with the sugary fruit on the bottom kind that's more dessert than health food. I'm talking about the plain, protein-rich, thick kind. The kind that still contains what's known as live and active cultures, real probiotics. Why does that matter? Because what's going on in your gut affects your joints. You see, when your gut is inflamed, even just a little, your immune system stays on high alert. And over time, that constant low-level inflammation doesn't just sit in your belly. It spreads. It travels through your bloodstream and begins to attack healthy tissue, like the cartilage in your knees, your hips, your shoulders. That's one reason why many seniors feel sore, stiff, and swollen, even without a major injury. It's not just wear and tear. It's your immune system reacting to what's happening inside. But here's the good news, the probiotics in Greek yogurt help restore balance in your gut. They feed the good bacteria. They calm the inflammation at the source. And when the gut calms down, so does the rest of the body. A major study out of Harvard University found something fascinating. When older adults improved their gut health, their overall inflammation dropped dramatically, even in the joints. Less swelling. Less pain. Better movement. So what should you look for? Flip the container around and check the label. You want it to say, live and active cultures. Not all yogurts have them. And definitely avoid ones with added sugar, that only fuels the very inflammation you're trying to fight. Keep it simple. Go with plain Greek yogurt. A small bowl, maybe half a cup to a full cup, after lunch or dinner. You don't need much. Just a daily dose to feed your gut what it needs to help protect your joints. Now, you might be thinking, I've tried yogurt before, didn't feel anything. But the truth is, not all yogurts are created equal. Most of the popular ones at the grocery store are stripped of their nutrients and packed with sweeteners. What we're talking about here is therapeutic food, the kind that fuels healing, not just snacking. And for many seniors, this simple shift, just swapping out the sugary yogurts for high-quality Greek yogurt with active cultures, has led to less stiffness in the mornings, easier walks, and even fewer pain flares throughout the day. It's one small change, that could lead to big relief. But that's just the beginning. There's another kind of yogurt that most people don't even realize is yogurt, and it may be even more powerful for joint support. Now let's talk about something that looks a little different, tastes a little tangier, but may be even more powerful than traditional yogurt when it comes to joint health. Number 2, kefir yogurt. Now I know what you might be thinking. Kefir? Isn't that some fancy new health drink from a hip cafe? Not even close. Kefir has actually been around for thousands of years. It's an ancient fermented milk drink, originally used as a natural remedy to calm the digestive system, boost immunity, and yes, reduce inflammation in the body. But here's the part most people never hear: kefir isn't just good for digestion, it's a powerhouse for joint support. Why? Because unlike regular yogurt, kefir contains a broader range of probiotic strains, dozens, in fact, which makes it incredibly effective at restoring gut balance and calming inflammation at the root. Think of it like upgrading from a bicycle to a full-powered electric scooter. It simply does more, and it does it faster. And it doesn't stop there. Kefir is also rich in calcium, vitamin K2, and bioactive peptides, nutrients that help maintain healthy bones, improve joint cushioning, and support the repair of worn cartilage. A 2022 clinical study published in the journal Nutrients followed a group of adults over 65 who added just half a cup of kefir to their diet daily. After several weeks, researchers noted a significant improvement in joint mobility, reduced morning stiffness, and even better balance and posture. Imagine that: better balance, stronger bones, less swelling, just from adding a small glass of fermented milk to your day. Now let's be honest. The taste of kefir? It's unique. A bit tart, slightly fizzy, almost like a yogurt smoothie with a gentle zing. But don't let that turn you off, because the benefits far outweigh the tang. And the best part? It's incredibly easy to use. You don't need to cook. Habit that works in the background to protect your joints from the inside out. Still skeptical? Good. Healthy skepticism is what leads to breakthroughs. But here's something to think about: people who drink kefir regularly often report not just less pain, but better digestion, better sleep, and even better skin. That's what happens when inflammation goes down, the whole body begins to thrive. And if you're someone who's been told that joint pain is just part of aging, kefir is living proof that nature still holds answers our medicine cabinets don't. So next time you're in the dairy aisle, look for a bottle labeled kefir. Choose one that says plain, unsweetened, and contains live and active cultures. Start with just half a cup. Give it a week. You might be surprised by what your joints, and your whole body, start telling you. Now, if kefir is the quiet powerhouse of fermented dairy, then this last one. It's the hidden gem almost nobody talks about, but its benefits go far beyond arthritis, and it just might become your favorite yet. Now, if kefir is the quiet powerhouse of joint health, then this last one. It's the unsung hero, the yogurt most people overlook, but for some seniors, it could make all the difference. Number 3. Plant-based yogurt, made from almond or coconut milk, fortified with calcium and probiotics. Now, I can already hear the doubt: wait, no dairy? Isn't yogurt supposed to come from milk? That's the myth. And it's a big one. For years, people have believed that if it's not dairy, it's not helpful for bones or joints. But let me tell you something most people, even nutritionists, forget to mention. For many seniors, dairy doesn't heal, it hurts. As we age, our bodies often stop producing enough of the enzyme needed to digest lactose, the natural sugar in milk. And when that happens, digestive problems begin. Bloating, cramping, even low-grade inflammation that quietly creeps into your joints. So while some yogurts help the gut, the wrong kind can actually aggravate it, triggering the very pain you're trying to soothe. That's where plant-based yogurts come in. Made from almond or coconut milk, these yogurts are naturally lactose-free, easier to digest, and when fortified with calcium, vitamin D, and live probiotics, they can offer just as much, if not more, support for joint health. Recent research published in the Journal of Bone and Mineral Metabolism found that seniors who consumed fortified non-dairy yogurts maintained bone density and reduced oxidative stress, a key driver of joint pain and cartilage breakdown. Let that sink in for a moment. No dairy. No pills. Just plants, and a spoon. But here's the key, and it's an important one. Not all plant-based yogurts are created equal. Some are loaded with sugar, artificial thickeners, and barely any nutrition at all. So if you're going to do this right and truly use plant-based yogurt as a healing food, here's what to look for. First, choose one that's unsweetened. Sugar is one of the biggest inflammation triggers for arthritis, and sadly, many popular yogurt brands add 10, 15, even 20 grams of sugar per cup. Next, check the label for added calcium, vitamin D, and live active cultures. Calcium helps keep bones strong. Vitamin D improves absorption. And the probiotics, even in non-dairy forms, help settle inflammation in the gut, which lowers the pressure on your joints. If you're sensitive to almonds, coconut yogurt is a fantastic option. It's creamy, rich, and often easier to tolerate. And if you've ever thought plant-based foods were just for the younger crowd, think again. Seniors across the world are switching to plant-based options, not for trendiness, but for comfort, clarity, and pain relief. Many of them report fewer flare-ups, easier digestion, and an overall feeling of lightness in their body. It's not about being vegan. It's about finding what works for your body. And if dairy has ever made you feel sluggish, swollen, or sore, this simple switch to a plant-based yogurt could be the gentle solution your joints have been waiting for. So, whether you choose almond, coconut, or even oat-based yogurts, just remember, the goal is healing. Look for simplicity. Look for live cultures. Look for nutrients that nourish. You don't need to overhaul your diet. You don't need to chase every new fad. You just need to listen to your body, and give it what it's quietly been asking for all along. And sometimes, that answer comes in the form of a humble cup of yogurt, the right kind, eaten slowly, daily, and with purpose. Coming up next, we'll quickly recap all 3 types of yogurt, so you can remember exactly which one might be right for your joints, and how to start feeling better with your very next spoonful. So if you're someone who's tired of waking up with aching joints, if you've been quietly pushing through the stiffness, the swelling, the slow steps, then it's time to look at something most people ignore. What's sitting in your fridge? Because sometimes, the biggest change doesn't come from a new pill, or another prescription. It comes from something as simple, as every day, as a single cup of yogurt, chosen wisely. We've covered 3 powerful types today, and each one offers a natural way to lower inflammation, support your joints, and bring a little more freedom back into your day. Number 1, Greek yogurt, rich in protein, packed with live cultures. It's thick, satisfying, and calms inflammation from the gut outward. Number 2, kefir yogurt, the drinkable ferment that carries more probiotic strains than almost any food on earth. It's a quiet joint soother, bone strengthener, and balance booster, all in one glass. And number 3, plant-based yogurt, made for those who can't tolerate dairy, but still want the bone-building, inflammation-fighting benefits. Almond, coconut, or oat-based, fortified with calcium and live cultures. You don't have to use all 3. You don't have to change your whole routine overnight. Just choose one. Try it this week. Give your body a chance to show you what it's capable of when you give it the right kind of nourishment. Pay attention to how you feel the next morning. Maybe it's a little easier to get out of bed. Maybe your knees don't click so loudly. Maybe you walk a little further before needing a rest. These aren't miracles. They're just the results of natural support, consistently applied. And that's really the heart of it, small choices, made daily, that lead to long-term strength. You've already done the hardest part, you've listened, you've learned. Now give yourself permission to act, not out of pressure, but out of care. Because your body, even now, is still capable of healing. Still capable of change. Still capable of giving you more good days. And maybe, just maybe, it starts with something as simple as picking the right yogurt. Now I want to ask you something, gently, honestly. Which of these yogurts spoke to you today? Have you ever tried Greek yogurt and noticed you felt a little lighter? Or maybe you've experimented with kefir without realizing it was helping your joints. Have you switched to plant-based options because dairy just wasn't sitting right anymore? Whatever your experience, it matters. Because when you share it, someone else who's struggling right now, someone who's quietly suffering in silence, might find the one change that finally gives them relief. So I invite you, leave a comment below. Let us know what's worked for you. Or what you're willing to try. Because this isn't just a channel. This is a community, and your voice could be the one that helps someone else take their first step toward less pain, and more peace. And if you've ever felt like aging means giving up, slowing down, or just putting up with pain, I want you to know this. There is another way. Aging doesn't have to mean decline. It can mean discovery. Wisdom. Strength. And yes, healing. You deserve a life where you move with ease, where mornings aren't filled with dread, where every step feels more like freedom than a fight. So if you believe that too, if you believe aging should be about thriving, not just surviving, then this is your place. Click that like button, subscribe to Thriving Age Tip, and make sure to turn on the bell so you don't miss what's coming next. Because every week, we're diving into simple, powerful ways to help you feel stronger, sharper, and more alive than ever, no matter your age. Thank you for being here. Thank you for caring about your body. And thank you for believing, even just a little, that better is still possible. Until next time, keep moving forward, keep choosing yourself, and remember, you're not done yet. Not even close.